Good morning. I thought I'd show you guys little Miss Bunny. She's like, what? I'm on the other side of the fence? Let me get out of here. I want to go get down over here. I get to be on this side of the fence? What are you talking about? That's such a good side. Can I stay and play, Mommy? That's what she says, but she can't stay and play, can she? Isn't she sweet? She's getting so big. Look. Show you guys. Look at this bunny. She says, oh, I just want to go. I want to go play. Thought I'd see in the bunny. All right, let's see. Good morning. Welcome, you guys. All right, so it's morning Oasis time. I'm going to grab my coffee. It is Q&A Friday. We don't really have anything on the plan for today, so it's all about questions and card request pulls. Oh, coffee. I took a little bit of a late shower today, so I'm still all wet. Want to see my basket? Look at this basket that I made. Thank you, Connie. Oh, good morning. I love it. It's so awesome. I don't know exactly what I'm going to store in my basket yet, but I love this basket. I think I need to make more of these baskets, because these are awesome. I can't wait for dinner tonight either. I am so looking forward to it. Oh, it's going to be awesome. You know what? Because I just got out of the shower, I'm going to go ahead and put my rings and all my jewelry on. Will you guys start requesting card pulls? Karen, yes, I'd love to pull for you. Let's see. I am a little discombobulated as I just got out of the shower. Let me turn my page. I keep a regular notebook of what we do here on Morning Oasis, so I can kind of quickly scroll back and look at what's going on. I don't know about you guys, but I don't really track day to day anymore. It just doesn't even really compute for me. Where is my phone? My phone keeps beeping at me. And I need to turn this off, put it on silent. Okay. All right, so we've got Karen for a card pull. Just coming into my space right now. So, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but Shauna also makes jewelry. I mean, both her and I do custom jewelry, but she has a lot of jewelry that she's made that's just beautiful, and she's offering all kinds of specials on it to move it. So, like, this is a Sujolite bracelet. I love it because it's got this awesome little owl. Let me get little owl and some amethyst and Sujolite. Yes, Wendy, you can. And here's one of her signatures is putting the angel wings and everything that she does. And these are that she gave me, lapis and, is this rhodonite, I believe, and lapis and quartz, little bracelets. Love, love, love these. So we've got Karen and Wendy. Anybody else? This is what we're doing all day, is card pulls and questions and Q&A. And how was it for you guys this week, listening to all of that information about discord and conflict and fighting and all of that doo-ha? We'll see what comes up out of today. Oh my God, I so needed these bracelets today. I need all of my stone support today. I can just feel it. I can feel it, Shauna. I'm trying to decide if I want to put on my my labradorite instead of I've been a long time, and so I'm kind of like, should I put on my labradorite? What should I do? All right, yes, Kristen, you can have a card pull today. Let's see. So announcements. Let me look back at the other day because I did not write them for today. So we've got, tonight is dinner with Jessie, and of course it's all booked up. I'm meeting with Kristen and her crew. I can't wait to meet you guys, and I'm super excited for that. I think that'll be lovely. There's tickets available for lunch at Jesse's. That's July 1st. That's at my home. You get to come here. You get to eat here. I cook for you. It's lovely. We have our psychic fair. It's coming more and more together. There's going to be reflexologists. There's going to be, oh my God, there's so much going on. There's so many different people showing up for that fair. I think it's going to be the start of something new and amazing, really. I feel like Healing Pathwalkers is finally starting to evolve into what my dream for it was, which is a space for a tribe to exist within. So it is just awesome. Yes, I can pull for Candace, and I missed that, Karen. Let me look back what you just said. This week was on point for myself as well as for friends that I have that have come here. Yeah. I feel like right now what we're in is a heavy, heavy time. Candace, I'm going to put that down, of really whatever is left for us to deal with that inhibits us from stepping forward in true, total transparency. It's just coming to the surface. Shauna and I this morning did some fascinating, amazing work that neither one of us were expecting. Kind of came out of the blue. But that's the way the best work comes. You know, we come together, we share and express our vulnerability, our pain, our need, our disappointment, our heartbreak, and out of that shared space comes exactly what we need, and it's never what we think it is. It's never what we think it's going to be, and you know, it's power. It can be powerful that way because we're in that flow, we're in that allowance state. So, yep, we've got the psychic fair. Okay, so the chakra workshop and life mastery are now at their full prices. That special is over, and the special with Shauna and I is the 2-for-1 special is now over. You, of course, can book a session with the two of us. We haven't actually worked out moving forward what that price would be. It wouldn't be the cost of both of our individual sessions put together, but it definitely wouldn't be that two for the price of one rate either. And it is a powerful experience working with the two of us. It's, you know, the reality is, sure, I'd love to pull for your friend, Christine. Yeah. The reality is that, you know, when I was awakening and coming into this work, my teacher and I we had a lot of conflicts. But one of the bigger conflicts that we had was she wanted me to recognize that I was unlike any other students she'd ever worked with. And therefore, I was unlike any other people on the planet. She used to tell me things like, you know, you're one of the top 5 most powerful people I've ever encountered. And she'd been doing this work for 20 years. What I have found, I resisted that. I did not like it. I didn't like being put in that position. I didn't like being told that stuff because I don't believe it's true. I believe that there are many, many powerful healers, and that was why I founded Healing Pathwalkers, was a place for those really powerful healers to come together. The problem is there's so many healers out there that are ego-driven, and that's what's important to them, is being the most powerful. And that's what blocks them from being able to receive from other healers. And those healers that are out there piping about how much they're the most powerful out there, they tend to be the ones in the most need of some self-work. And they don't get it because they don't allow it. They don't allow their mirrors to come forward. And that was definitely true of my former teacher. She didn't allow anyone else to come forward and do work with her. And she believed that nobody had, if they weren't as powerful as she was, then they couldn't help her. What I have found is that it's the coming together of bringing these different parts together and working together that is the most powerful. And so I have yet to find anyone who's less powerful than I am, really, just less in touch with their own power. And one of the things about working with Shauna and I together is that it opens that up and you really can see it, because you can witness two individuals doing their individual work and opening the space together, and it lets you open yourself as well. That's what I think is the most important thing. Good morning, Alex. You'll have to look back because I showed the bunny this morning. She was over here snuggling with me. So yeah, that's the other reason that I'm so excited to do the psychic fair. One of the things that I just couldn't stand about the other fairs that I attended was the competitiveness. It's like, you're in competition with each other. Who can get the sale? Who can get the reading? And I always would remove myself from that. I always stepped back because that to me felt so inauthentic about what we're there to do. And when I would put up my beacon and set out my space and create my space, what I was setting my intention was those who need me will be able to find me. That I am radiating my signal out for those who need to find and work with me. And that was what was the most important. And so I feel like in creating this space together, this fair that we're building, and hopefully my dream and goal, and I'm pretty sure Shauna shares this with me, is that as we move forward, that's what we're going to be doing. Those who need us will be able to come and find us. That's the most important thing, is that we put our signal out there so that those in need of our individual gifts, our collective gifts, can come and find us. I think we're going to make some real magic at that fair, and I'm super excited about it. And any of you guys who want to share it and help us get the word out there, because, the reality is most of my circle, most of my clients aren't even in the Pacific Northwest. Most of my friends, clients, fellow workers, they live like all over the world. I work with people in Australia, in Pakistan, in India, in Sri Lanka, in Nigeria. They can't come to a psychic fair. But I know that there's many here in this area that need it. And that's how we can grow and expand and eventually take our little troop on the road and find other places that need us. So I think it'll be great, and I'm super excited for that. I'm not big on marketing personally, and I think the best kind of marketing is word of mouth. So you guys can always help support us. If you like what Healing Pathwalkers delivers, if you like what we're growing, you can support us in that way. Let's see. I think that's everything. Shauna, are you thinking of anything? Did I miss anything? I don't think so. Okay, card pulls. So remember, today is Q&A Friday. We already have 5 card pulls scheduled, but that means that there is definitely room for other people to request card pulls. And I'm going to go ahead and start. Let's see, word of mouth, because, I could put up a poster that's like metaphysical fair. Well, how the fuck many times have you guys seen metaphysical fair out there? It's like, who cares? That's another metaphysical fair. But definitely Healing Pathwalkers deliver something different because we all come in. We all bring in our stuff, and it's that circle that's so powerful. People who come and watch the show for the first time, they feel that circle, and that's what they love, is the community. That's my whole goal. I love that. Yes, Andrea, I'd love to put you down. Oh, I cannot wait. I'm super excited for that, Karen. I love that you're growing with us and joining us in this journey. Yeah, it's interesting. California has some shifting going on. There was a time there where I felt like, oh, it's just dying down there, Alex. But I think it's starting to shift. I really do. It feels like some big changes are happening down there. All right, so let's see. Our first card pull is for Karen. And sadly, I have not found my circle cards, but I have a feeling I know why. Okay, let's see. Karen, the Messenger Oracles. I love this community too. I just feel like it's just growing and growing and growing so beautifully. Okay, Karen. These are the Messenger Oracles by Raven Felon. It's interesting, when I meet other people who do this work, and We always have our own unique way of using our oracle cards or our tarot cards or our runes or our pendulums. Hello, Stacy. Or whatever it is that we are using. And it's so fascinating talking with you guys about that. So I'd love if you guys feel so inclined. You're going to see why I'm laughing in a second, Karen. But if you feel so inclined, I'd love for you guys to share with each other here, you can in the chat forum, how you guys use your oracle cards. What kind of questions do you ask? Do you shuffle beforehand? Do you cut to pull? Do you, all that kind of stuff, whatever you feel like sharing. Okay, so Karen, you got card number 19. Know that you belong. You have a place. You have a purpose. You are special. Do not change who you are just so that others might accept you. Oh, I love this card. Do not dishonor your truths by allowing someone else to tell you who you must be. Change made just so that you fit in the expectations or social criteria of a clique or group does not honor you. You do not need to change in order to belong. You are a blessed child of Gaia and a great spirit, and belong simply because you are. Oh, Kelly, I miss you. We need to get together. I have not seen you in too long. Kelly and I, way back in the day, way back before either one of us were married with children, used to hang out and work together. I used to work for her family. So, okay, know that you belong, Karen. It is critical that you don't feel like you have to change who you are, because when we radiate who we are and what we do and what we're here for, when we send that out into the universe as our truth, then all that comes to us is those that are like, oh, I love that about you. I want to be in that space with you. I want to share that with you. And you definitely belong in this space. You have called us and we have come to find and celebrate you. So it is wonderful. And honestly, if you're here, you belong. You belong in this space. And know that. You don't have to change or shift or fix anything in order to belong in this space. I actually, what that brings to mind is I used to have a feeling that I couldn't step forward in this way until I was skinny, until I lost all of my weight that I felt was a burden that I was carrying, right? I didn't think that I could have that and still step forward, and who would take me seriously as a healer if I can't even heal my weight issue, right? So I had that strong idea in the back of my head. And then the worst thing happened. Somebody I respected and cared about and loved told me that no one would follow me as a teacher until I lost my weight, because I clearly don't have my shit together. And it was like that death blow, right? It was a death blow. And so I limited myself in that way and I used to do so much energy work on my weight, just focusing on my weight. And yes, I did drop. I dropped about 100 pounds over, gosh, I think it was like 6 months. It was fast. In fact, my teacher even said, that is scary fast. You need to slow that down. And the reality was that it didn't change a thing. And I had to learn, it doesn't matter what I look like. What I look like is what I look like. It's a reflection of where I'm at in my healing journey. I don't have to be perfectly healed to step forward and speak my truth and share, because my journey of coming into alignment with myself is what's there for me to share, is what's there for me to put forward. And it gives others permission to step forward and see that, oh God, you don't actually have to. We have this idea in our mind of what a healer looks like, right? And it's some really wafy, well, at least in my mind, it's some wafy looking lady with like all the perfect jewelry and the perfect hair and the bohemian clothes and that free lifestyle. Well, you know what? I've met them, and they're pretty fucked up usually. Usually, they don't think their body is good enough. They don't think they're good enough. There's no difference. And it was funny. It was shown to me also when I was doing seamstress work and clothing design. The only person that I ever had come to me through the 4 years that I did that work professionally was a woman who was completely blind. She had no idea what she looked like. And other than that, she wore this size and had these measurements, but, nobody had ever told her that her body was a friggin' knockout. She was, what were her measurements? 42, 30, 40. I mean, that's the Amazonian figure right there. She was a knockout, and everyone was buying her clothing. She's older, so they were, and she lives in Florida half time. So everyone was buying her literally the senior citizen Florida clothing, polos, muted tones, tucked in shirts, high-waisted shorts. It was awful. And so when we started working together and she ended up having me design her entire wardrobe, people were like, oh my God, Dulcie, you look amazing. And she did. She was stunning. And she was the only person who didn't walk around with that in her head, that she was stunning. Now, the women who I also would work with that were thin and gorgeous and I would kill for their bodies, they had, as soon as they had to take off their clothes to try on something different, they're explaining to me and justifying parts and picking out like skin folds, like tiny skin, where skin is. You need it to be able to like move and have flex. And they're justifying why this piece of fat is there. And I'm like, are you kidding? You're stunning. You're stunning. So there is nothing better about being in that place. So it's just like, what's the point? There is no point. We are beautiful. And the ideas in our head is what limits us from being able to accept that. So I've learned that along the way and step forward and speak out and speak my truth and my body. It's where it's at. Now, actually, it's funny. I met a healer the other day. Well, I guess it was last summer, actually. And her name is, her name just left my head, but she's also known as the beekeeper's daughter. That's what her business is called. She's like that old lady in the forest that you see in fairy tales. She even looks like her. She kind of looks a little bit like a gnome, and she's got this round, soft body that you just want to like curl up next to, and you're just expecting at any minute little gnomes to come running out from under her skirts, and she's making these ointments, and it redefined my idea and showed me, oh my God, there are so many ways that we can show up as what we are, and it was beautiful. It gave me so much more permission. So anyway, just throwing that out there. Okay, our next card pull is for Wendy. Oh, and Wendy, I have to say, when you first showed up for your session with Shauna and I could see, the whole hiding away, everything kind of hidden. And it was almost hard to tell what you looked like, really. I couldn't get like an idea of what you looked like. But by the end, you were radiating beauty. You were beautiful. And I just loved watching that transformation happen in people where they step into themselves and it's like, you can't help but radiate your light. You can't help it because you are beautiful. The same thing happened with Andrea when she showed up for one of our, panel discussions. I could not have spotted her on the street because she was so covered up. She had a scarf all the way around her neck, totally covered up. She had a hat down low and great big glasses. And it was like I couldn't see her. I would have never recognized her on the street. And then when she showed up and we did a session work together, it was like, oh my God, you're stunning. You're so beautiful. It's amazing. It's just awesome to watch people open up into themselves. That is why I do this work. It's my favorite part of this work. It's watching people evolve and come themselves. It almost makes me want to cry. And the cards are in perfect alignment. Surprise, surprise. Okay, Wendy, you pulled card number 3. I do believe we've gotten this one recently as well, but it's perfect timing. Delight. We are born with a gift of laughter. Laughter is a natural medicine. Laughter can be helpful in many ways. You might not have realized or imagined. A simple laugh can help you feel better about yourself and the world around you. If you're looking at situations too seriously, try to find some humor. This will remind you to stay centered on what is and to be grateful for what we have. Laughter can be a natural diversion and can help break up stagnant energy. When you laugh, no other thoughts come to mind. Laughing might also induce physical changes in the body. Not might, it does. It does. After sharing some laughs among friends for only a few minutes, you might feel better for hours. Laughter and humor can give you such amazing energy. A good heart belly rumble can dispel stale negative energy and enable you to see life from a higher perspective. If you want more pep and humor in your life, work with Ganesh, asking him to support you in finding joy in life in new ways. There are actually some stories that tell that Ganesh was born from Shiva's laughter. Ask Ganesh to help you to lighten up through your own laughter. By doing so, you may receive some immeasurable benefits. By having more lighthearted approach to all things that come your way, you might even feel healthier. Laughter really is the best medicine. Laugh. You know, the other thing about delight, what I love about this word delight is not just the laughter, but the relishing in the joy, relishing in what there is to find and to live and to experience, finding every little thing in your life to bring forward in total joy and amazement, awe and wonder. It's one of the ways that we work with our fractured state parts is to continue looking at that fractured part that we'd rejected and say, you know, until you see what you love about them, what is amazing, what you can't imagine your life without ever. That's true relishment of your life, and that felt like it needed to come through too for you, Wendy. Relish your life, relish what you have, and the things that you thought were a limiter, the things that you thought weren't supposed to be there, or you need to fix, or they need to get better. Those are the things that make your life amazing. Relish those things. Find the joy in those things, the delight. All right, let's see. Kristen. The goddesses want to talk to you, Kristen. Didn't they want to talk to you last time too, I think? Got some goddess energy going on, which is awesome. Let's see. The goddess cards, by the way, it's an oracle deck by Lisa Porter. This is kind of what it looks like. I really like these cards a lot. I really like all of my cards. I feel like I've got a good collection of cards. And now my circle cards are gone. It's a little sad. I know why they're gone, though. I know. Let's see, Kristen. What do the goddesses want to say? Ooh. Oh, interesting. I'm going to take a quick sip of my coffee before I read this one. Or a mini chug. It's funny, you know, when you see on like TV, you see like on the Conan O'Brien show or whatever, and they have like a cup of water, and you can see how uncomfortable the people are when they pause to take a drink. It's hilarious. It's actually quite uncomfortable to drink or eat on camera. I didn't realize that until I started doing this. But sometimes you're like, oh my God, my throat it's dry. I need something. Okay, so we are reading for Kristen right now, and you got Bridget and partnership. Bridget is one of the classic triple goddesses of the Celts and may appear as a maiden, a mother, or a crone. Bridget is a seer into the other worlds of Avalon and the fairy realm. She is a protector of children and animals, and she is the inspirational muse of healing, poetry, and smithcraft. The oak tree is sacred to her, and she is often associated with fire. The woven four-pointed cross is her symbol, representing onset into spring equinox from winter solstice. Bridget communes with you now and offers you the beautiful gift of loyal partnership or friendship with another, and all the blessings of mutually relating to one another. Keywords: bridegroom, marriage, de facto relationship, partnership, sincerity, friendship, loyalty, mutual devotion, cherish, communication between two, bonding, commitment, intimacy, genuine trust, poetry, music, singing, and the arts. So it's definitely right now you're coming into a place where you're really coming into partnership. I'm getting a sense that, let me just feel this for one moment. I'm getting a sense this is more a partnership of with your friends and with your new community. I'm sensing this isn't about necessarily relationships for you. Romantic relationships for you. I'm getting a sense that this is really more about your partnership. What came into mind is the triple goddess, right? You are embodying all of yourself, and that's allowing you to let in the embodiment of those around you and really coming into that sacred space with each other. Now, that said, there is a sense of partnership as well that's coming through. I don't get a strong feeling that you're currently in a partnership right now with like a spouse-like energy, but that also feels like by coming into this partnership space, you will call in that partnership that you want. So maybe you are in a partnership and it's just not a strong one right now. Maybe that will grow into a stronger one. I get a strong feeling you're going to be bringing in somebody new, though. I get a yes to that. So this right now is a big energy that's going on, definitely in my own life. I am coming into greater and stronger partnerships with Shauna, with my family, with different people. It's amazing. Destiny, hello. I miss you too. Oh, hi. Well, it's one of my old playground buddies. We used to watch our kids play on the playground together. Haven't seen you in forever. So good to see you here. It's Q&A Friday if you want a card pull. Okay, so anyway, she's busy flying the skies. I never see you around the neighborhood anymore. Oh, okay. So, Kristen, that's what I'm getting on here right now about that card. And who's next? Candace. Candace was that Connie's friend Candace, I believe, is who we're doing that now. Doing next. I don't know, my memory is it's hilarious. These little things, these little details, I just don't track them very well. Don't track them. Okay, Candace, let's see what deck wants to talk to you. The Earth Magic deck wants to talk to you. This is by Stephen D. Farmer. Here's kind of what that looks like. It's so funny. The light is intense right now. Okay. And I know Connie is going to be coming down for the fair with one of her friends. I'm super excited. I forgot the name of your friend that's coming with you, but I'm so excited. I'm always excited to see Connie. I freaking love that lady. You know, I would not have made this if it weren't for her. She's awesome. And I'm trying to convince her to do like a workshop or something because everybody should be able to make baskets. Oh, and I've now finished all of my side projects except for my fruit basket. That's my last project to finish. Super excited. That's what I'll be working on over the weekend. Oh, hilarious. Cards fell. That's very unusual for me. So let's see what fell out. So clearly it's hilarious. This is perfect. So this is going to be one of those, Connie, right? A basket workshop would be amazing. Oh my gosh, I would love to do that, especially a healing workshop with baskets. I'm just saying, Connie. And I'll just keep saying it. Okay, so what we got here is Gaia, which is nurturing energy, Shaman, which is ancient healing, wisdom, and celebration and dance. These are the energy frequencies that are wanting to talk with you most right now. So I'm going to just kind of do a quick skim over read. He writes a little bit more, and I do love his work and his writing. However, we only have so much time. Let's see. We'll start with the Gaia, as that was the first one. I'm not going to read the description part. I'll just read the meaning. I do know my alphabet, I swear. I do know my alphabet. G comes after F. Okay. This is Gaia. Receiving can be a sacred act if your intention is to honor spirit. It is as holy as giving when performed and with a humble and open heart. This is even truer when you're receiving much needed nurturing. So let others give to you. Connie gives to me, and I was just telling her this yesterday. You're teaching me how to receive. It's amazing. It may be a stretch to do so at times because of childhood conditioning, but that habit can be overcome. Yes, it can. I can testify to that. Attest to that. Put the two together. Let's see. Your wounds can be healed. One way to achieve this is to nurture yourself and allow others to nurture you. Consider the actions that you take that are self-nurturing. What comes to your mind when you really think about doing beneficial things for yourself? Set aside your ritualized habits and beliefs that restrict the pure act of allowing your body, heart, and soul to be nurtured. Lie on the earth and ask Gaia to rock you in her bosom as you breathe with her and relax into her loving care. That is definitely in the air right now. I have been just laying back, and I can't even really connect. I am connected to Gaia, to Source, but what I'm doing more than anything right now is receiving Gaia into my vessel, receiving her, and she's just going through me. It's amazing right now. So the next is Shaman. All illness, whether physical, emotional, or psychological, stem from an illness of spirit. It may be due to a soul loss, physical intrusions, ancestral karma, or any other spiritual causes that could be contributing to the manifesting condition for which you seek help. Whatever other methodologies or remedies that you pursue, whether allopathic, alternative, or a combination, let the healing of your spirit be your priority. Know that the deepest spiritual wound is the illusion of being separate from Source, God, and Great Spirit, or whatever name you give to the Creator. It is the trick of the mind that creates this sense of separation. This is a time for deep healing, starting with your relationship with Spirit. Call upon your spirit guides and the ancestors to help you with any emotional, mental, or physical healing that you need. Call upon the Creator to assist you in mending any rift in your relationship with Spirit. Choose thoughts that support wholeness and well-being. Allow any darkening thoughts or shadows to appear as well, but simply observe them as they arise in the consciousness. Then watch them dissolve. See yourself as healed, whole, and complete, and it shall be so. And then dance. Dance. Let the music move your soul. To quote CNC Music Factory, which is a song I just heard recently. From the past, blast from the past. The sacredness of any celebration is dependent upon the quality of spirit that is present. The quality of spirit is greater to the degree that you are fully present within minimal inhibitions and about expressing your joy. I know so many people that won't express their joy of celebration, and it's heartbreaking to watch. Allow your happiness to express through physical movement. Focus on what you want to celebrate. Put some music and dance, whether slow or fast. Sing a song while you do so. Make one up about what you most have to celebrate. God's wish for you and for everyone is to enjoy their time on earth. And part of that wish is to celebrate your capacity to be joyous and express it through your body, whether in private or with a small group of friends or at a large communal gathering. Let music, song, and dance be a part of your sacred ceremony, regardless of what you are celebrating, for truly any celebration is sacred. Get up and dance. Get up and move. Just like Ganesh called for us to laugh and to delight in our lives, we have to move and show that delight. Show and release that delight and that joyousness. And that causes so much deep healing. The nurturing and the celebration together cause that deep, deep healing. I can't say that enough. Okay, so... And by the way, that was for all of us, definitely for all of us. In this group here, we tend to get really focused on what our healing work is, and sometimes we forget to just receive it. Just receive it and enjoy it and love it. Love your life. Love it. And create space for more and more love to come in, which is kind of the work Shauna and I were doing this morning. Right, Shauna? Okay, Christine. Let's see. Who wants to talk to Christine? Oh, interesting. Oh, we haven't heard from these for a while. These don't come out very often, but when they do, they always have something awesome to say. You guys will know exactly what I'm talking about when I show you the book. This is by Susan Shepard. It's the Phoenix cards. These cards are a past life influence and interpretation deck. If you feel drawn to any sort of past life work, or you feel like you'd like to understand how you've been repeating a pattern in your current life due to past life influences, this is really a great deck for that, honestly. Oh my God, it is already, you guys. It's already 10:40. Can you believe that? Time just flies. Oh, that's really interesting. Half the deck was put in upside down. Oh, good. That's awesome. I'm so grateful that Candace needed that message, because we all needed it. So thank you for showing up and asking, Candace, because had you not, we wouldn't have received that message collectively, and we all need it. We all needed it. Okay. Oh. Ooh, that brought about a shift. Oh, wow. I don't even know what card this is yet. You guys all know me. I don't know these cards at all. So let's see what that is. Oh, that is still shifting in me. Oh my goodness. What is this card? Okay, I'm going to show you guys. Okay, the quote below this says, "The child of the old moon." This is Jakun Akuma mask. Oh, your choice of symbol is an Akuma spirit mask carved by the Jakun peoples of Nigeria. It's interesting. I've worked with several people from Nigeria, actually. Associated with the Aqua cult, the Akuma mask is not worn but is used as a ritual object. Right? Doesn't this one hit you hard? Whew. Oh, the Akuma mask represents a ram. It was used primarily by the Jakun peoples for healing purposes and purification rites. Ancestral spirits, or an Akuma deity, are believed to reside inside each carefully carved mask. These ritual objects do not gain their power from the objects themselves, but from the physical forces contained within them. I'm going to look through here some more. This is 1250 AD. By Lake Chad region in Africa, in Nigerian region. Let's see. There's so much information in the book on each of these cards, so I'm gonna skip ahead to the conclusion, which is also quite long. So we'll see how much of it I read, but I'll just read what I'm guided to. If you've chosen the Akuma mask, and by the way, if you guys would like for me to take pictures of these pages of the book for this reading and post it in the group, because there is so much information in here and it is really hitting me hard. So, and I know it's hitting Shauna and now it's hitting Karen. I'm happy to do that. Just let me know and I'll post that. If you have chosen this mask for your past life symbol, you are a person who is sensitive to the feelings of others. You're a psychic and and impressionable. Although you are talented, your talents may be unfocused. You need to feel accepted in a family environment. If you aren't close to your biological family, you'll seek out close circles of friends to provide family support. That's totally me. You may also become clannish and timid. You are shy with strangers at first, but after you get to know someone, you become a loyal and lifetime friend. You have a regal, proud appearance, but the way you look depends very much upon your shifting moods. It's often difficult to pinpoint your age. You may have a soft, rounded face. People often guess that you're much younger than you actually are. Like the moon, you appear moody and mysterious. You are attracted to fine pieces of jewelry and rich fabrics. It's important for you to make a good impression. You pay close attention to the clothes that you wear. since they are your own individual mode of expression. You may not be as attentive to other aspects of your life, however. You probably are ignoring most, the part you're probably ignoring most is your talent. You are self-sacrificing, pushing your abilities aside while trying to help others find their own way. I totally do that. You are good at encouraging the talents of others because you are an especially caring individual. Your own inner resources may be denied or suppressed in doing this. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. As a psychic, you're a powerful receiver. You know immediately how another person feels about you. You're especially sensitive to rejection. If you feel that someone does not like you, you aren't able to function very well until you're able to convince them that they can accept you. When your personal energies do not flow well with the energies of another, you tend to blame it on yourself. You need to understand that not everyone is as complicated as you are. Most people are not as sensitive to the phases of the earth, the moon, and the soul as you are. One important lesson for you to learn is to live in the present. It's wonderful to dream about the beautiful, splendid ages of the past, but it is important to create a world where the riches from the past can live in the present. Is the mic hitting my necklace? Oh, sorry guys. I think it's hitting my hair. I don't know. Or I might be hitting it with my hand. So one of the things that's just popping for me right now is let's do a quick little work on that, okay? And we're going to be doing, I'll post this later, and I'm going to put it aside so that I don't forget. Let's just really quickly take a moment. Everybody, let's just take a moment, and we're going to, oh, it was clicking right now. Interesting. I wish I had a way of like pinning my mic so it was like right here, but I don't really have a way of doing that, unfortunately. I'm sorry. Okay, so we're going to work on this because I think that collectively we all have a strong energy from the past, and that'll give us just enough time to do Andrea's card pull, which it will round it all out perfectly, I have a sense of. So just take a moment. Past life work, we're taught that you have to, go to somebody who specializes in that. It's not true. Past life work is no different than present life work because the present is the past and the past is no such thing. There is no such thing as time. The linear experience of time is purely the way in which we, as humans, are able to process the information. Once you release yourself from that understanding, you can travel to any point in time. For those of us who find ourselves often thinking of the past or dreaming of a time long since gone, we are ones who are magicians of time. And if we allow that to be true, then we can work at any point in our timeline, at any expression, at any place. So let's take a moment, really internalizing that knowledge, that awareness that you are not bound by time. Just pausing from this day. Breathing that in, you are not bound by time. I am not bound by time. Feeling yourself grounding into Gaia throughout all of her time, all of her expression, even the time when there was no beings living on the planet and she was nothing more than a ball of magma. Let's just open up and allow all expressions free of the timeline. Go ahead and allow all the various times that you have existed within just to pop into your mind. Whatever symbol will represent those timelines in which you've existed, popping in. Ooh. Just let them, as though you're watching on a movie or on a slideshow and it's click, next life, click, next life, click. See all these different expressions of the self, all these times that you've learned within. Really breathe that in. And as each different lifetime clicks up onto that screen, allow yourself to receive what you learned from that time. What was the goal of that life from that expression? Just receive it. Don't try to interpret it. Don't try to think about what it is. Just bring it in and receive it in this moment, in this time. And bring it forward into the now. This knowing, these understandings, bring them all forward into the now. And as you're bringing these forward, I want you to imagine that as they come forward, they're being released from that karmic debris, from the karmic lessons, from all the bits and the pieces that were contractual to learn with others, to engage with others. You're not going to bring the whole textbook forward of that life, the full experience. You're just bringing and distilling out the core essence of that life, of that expression, of what you learned, of how you'll grow moving forward, of how you'll use this information moving forward, so that you can free yourself from that pull that pulls you back. Free yourself from the contracts that pull you back into those old engagements, the old relationships, and allow yourself to bring that knowledge forward. Let's just breathe that in for a moment. Good. Allow that to shift within you. Very good. Good. That was beautiful, guys. Okay, so we'll finish out today with Andrea's card pull. And it's the Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor that want to speak to you, Andrea. This is what their box looks like. Go ahead and shuffle. All right. Oof, that was a big one. See, energy work doesn't have to be this big, huge deal that takes forever to do. Look at how quickly you can do that when you're in intention, you're in allowance, and you're focused. We can do energy work any point in our days, all along our day. Yeah, that was a beautiful shift. This is perfect. Seriously, every card has been perfect. Not only the cards themselves, but the order with which they've come out has all been perfect. Thank you. It couldn't be that way if you guys weren't asking, requesting, showing up in need. In this deck, this is card number 1. It is the very first card of the deck because it is the beginning in this deck. New beginnings, creativity, the sun. I'm going to try and bring this forward so you can really see all the beautiful symbolism. She's in a big jade bowl with the lotus blossoms around her. What is that? Is that like some sort of golden flying something or other? There's also, by the way, a little baby in a womb space. There's a trumpeting horn, and of course the sun, and she's just cleansing and purifying. New beginnings and great creativity. The sun brings blessings to the earth, and this card portends blessings in your life. Just as the sun matures and nurtures the earth, bringing new life into the spring and the summer, this is your time for a new beginning, one onset of a nurturing new light in your new life, the light of the divine inspiration and personal growth. This card often marks a time of great creativity, bringing the culmination of an important new project, such as the birth of a baby, or the writing or a publication of a book, or even the birth of a new you. Now is the time to put your energy into expressing your truth and your vision. Visualize the light of divine love pouring into your heart and mind like the rays of the sun, bringing inspiration, growth, and abundant blessings. See the future you want to create and know that the sun is shining on your intentions now. Right? That's pretty much what we've been talking about. We are definitely in this time of a new energy and of new growth and new expression, new showing up, new ways of being. It is a beautiful and amazing and powerful time right now. And in order to do so, just like if a gardener wants to plant a new garden, they've got to till out the soil. They've got to dig through the bottom of what they've built before and pull out those old roots and pull out those old plants and find the rocks that are inhibiting it in order to create and tend a new garden. So you have been going through the depths in order to do so, in order to create that new space. And now it's time to let the sun shine down. Let your crops grow. You've done the work. It's been hard. You sweated and cried and probably broke a few nails and got dirt under your fingernails and probably cut some things and really bled into the earth, and that also gives nutrients into the earth for the new growth. So just allow this new growth to come. It's going to come for you and through you in so many ways you can't imagine. So don't focus on how it's supposed to look, but how it will feel. Imagine yourself basking in the feeling of your new life, in the light of the new sun. All right? That's awesome. Okay, well, we're kind of at the end of our hour, unless anybody else has anything they want to ask about or say. Oh, that was really, really cool. I love doing past life work. I love pulling all of that stuff together. I tend to call past lives parallel lives, because they're really all happening at once. And until we bring them all into oneness, they can impact us and pull us out. So we have to really bring all that in together. And that was a great way to lead into that. Perfect card after that. Thank you. Thank you, Andrea. Wouldn't have happened if you hadn't have asked. What a morning, right, Shauna? Man, if you guys knew what we had done before, you'd be laughing right now. Oh. Okay, guys. I hope that you have an amazing weekend. I hope that you get out there and dance and receive from each other and give to each other and love yourselves and allow your creativity to flow and show up as who you came here to be, because I love witnessing that with you. Thank you. Thank you for witnessing me and allowing me to show up as who I came here to be. And I hope you have a great weekend. I love you guys.